Hey, what's up everyone? It's a beautiful day to be out here in the kayak, and I have something fun planned for today. We're going to do some vintage bass fishing, and what I mean by that is we're going to try to catch some smallmouth using some old fishing gear. Last summer I did a video where I fished some of my grandpa's old lures. I got a lot of positive feedback from that video, and I really enjoyed doing it. So over the winter I went onto eBay and I picked up some more old gear to try. For starters, I got this Garcia Mitchell 301C spinning reel. And you can look up what year these were made by using the serial number. This particular one was made in 1969. And I'm not sure about the exact date the rod was made, but I'd be willing to guess it was right around that same time period. It's an old fiberglass Garcia Conilon rod, a 6.5 foot medium action. And the lure we're going to try today with that is an old Heddon crazy crawler. Now Heddon started making these lures in, I believe it was 1940 or 1941, and they made this wooden version up until 1957 when they started producing them out of plastic. So this particular one was made somewhere in that time period, which means the rod and reel is about 50 years old and that lure is over 60 years old. So it'll be fun to see if this old gear can still pull in some fish. Now we're in the midst of a big mayfly hatch. That should have the smallmouth in predictable spots and their attention up toward the surface. So let's hop back in the kayak and we'll go see if we can catch a few with that old crazy crawler. Like I said, the mayflies are out, so I've paddled over here to the calm side of the lake and we'll work the area around some of these low-hanging trees. They should be packed with mayflies, and I'm hoping the smallmouth will be schooled up around those too. There's definitely some mayflies in this one. You can see how the left side of the tree is quite a bit darker. That's probably because those branches are full of mayflies. Let's throw Mr. Crazy Crawler over there. That reel is a little bit noisy, isn't it? That's the anti-reverse. I can turn that off and it'll be a little bit quieter. But we'll leave it on for now. Oh, I hope I got that on camera. Wow, that was crazy. I just pulled that crazy crawler through these weeds here. As soon as it dropped there, this smallmouth came up and attacked it. Oh, and he got off. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a good sign though. They're aggressive out here. So the birds have been going crazy, shaking some of the mayflies out of these branches over here. I think that's got a little feeding frenzy going on over here. So a lot of them have been flying over this way. And I've heard several fish over here picking stuff off the surface. Let's put Mr. Crazy Crawler in front of him. Oh yeah. That's gonna be the tough part with this reel. The gear ratio is 3.75 to 1, so it's about half the speed of what I'm used to. So just keeping up with some of these smallies when they swim right back at me might be kind of tough. But here we go. Here's the first one in the boat for the day. Nice. Nice little guy on that crazy crawler. And there we go. It's a little guy. But that one is the first fish on the old vintage rod and reel. And handled it pretty well. There we go. Oh, nice. There's one on the crazy crawler. I've been spending most of the last couple hours just working my way down the shoreline. A lot of it's real shallow, and for the most part, all I was really seeing in there was carp. So I came down here to the deeper end of the lake. And it didn't take me too long to hook into a smallmouth down here. Come here, you. Nice. Look at that. There's one on the crazy crawler. There's a nice one, though. On the vintage setup. It's a little more difficult catching them on that, but it is kind of fun. Definitely take that modern gear for granted sometimes. There's one. Oh. That was a nice one too. Man, he was hanging out up there in the shade. I just could not keep up with him. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, there we go. Oh, that one's a nice one. You stay on there. Oh, yeah. That's what I was hoping to find. Nice big chunk of a smallmouth. Come here. That's the one I was looking for. I would say the old vintage rod and reel handled that fish pretty well. Wow, look at that one. Nice. Crazy crawler. Getting it done. Jeez, that is a beautiful smallmouth. Well, I think it's about time for me to head back to the launch and go grab some lunch. It's been a fun day out here though. And you know what? We found out that the old gear will still in fact catch fish. I never doubted it would. The reel did kind of make things a little bit difficult though, just because of that low gear ratio. Like I said, it's got a 3.75 to 1 gear setup compared to the 7 to 1 that I'm used to throwing. So it's about half the speed of my normal rod and reel combo. So I did probably lose a couple fish just because I couldn't keep up with them when they started running back at me, but other than that, it handled them pretty well. And I did like the action of that crazy crawler. I might have to throw that guy again sometime. So the old gear got the job done out here today, and I had a lot of fun using it. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna miss it when I switch back over to my modern rod and reel combo with the graphite rod blank and the 7 to 1 gear ratio reel. How we take those things for granted sometimes, don't we? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along with me, and I'll see you next time.